Comedy Jonah, hello.
Hi.
I just want to say welcome everyone to a new season of Big Brother Canada 10. We're doing it old school. Comedy Jonah, John Richardson, back with us to talk all things Big Brother Canada this season.
Absolutely. And you guys, I'm usually dancing around and being animated, but because I'm remotely and my internet isn't bad, it will it'll blur me. So I'm trying to stay as still as possible. Per
I
my producer.
I literally loved how I could tell your inner monologue was do not move, so I do not blur a lot as I am saying hello. I think I'm just going to tell you you blur all the time if you move a lot in general now. Well, John had his I'm just going to say my black cloud move over to you a little bit. You are away as you said remotely dealing with your family things as I've been dealing with my family things. This is what happens when we get older.
It does, and not just us getting older, but our parents getting older. And so I'm just glad my stepfather is doing much better. We've gotten the care that he needs. We've gotten all of the information we need as far as to help him. So I'm just here at my mom's on the coast where she lives up a big mountain where there's bad internet, but a gorgeous view.
Well, we cannot wait. We love that you're here in any capacity. I'm sure everyone is just fine with
Yeah,
it because they can hear us. And really, that's the most important. So
absolutely.
let me remind everyone wherever you guys are watching this Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram make sure that you follow, like, and subscribe myself and at Comedy Jonah. It is a great way to help support the shows, as is sharing them. Put them in your favorite Facebook group. Tell a family member. Not too many. John and I are very busy taking care of enough family members these days. We don't, share it with your healthy family members, is what I'm saying. Better get your rich family members, are even better. And of course, you can tweet us with your questions anytime with hashtag YRR We want to give a special shout out to the patrons who, John, I just finished my interview with Melina a little bit ago. I'm
Yeah.
going to drop our interviews first for the patrons, and then I will put them everywhere the next day. But I'm going to give it to the patrons first this season. I think that's nice of me.
No, I think that's great. And I also would love to, because I haven't seen the interview myself, what little tidbits can you give us? Some little stuff that maybe would surprise us in the interview.
I'm going to give a perfect Melina answer to this and say nothing. There's nothing that will surprise you. Um, I'm going to leave it at that.
Bad way to
I think that there's nothing that's going to surprise you. I was not surprised. And maybe I should be a dentist because pulling teeth is my favorite job.
Well, that was a perfect setup for me to say, you know what, there is a couple things. So you guys should tune into the video and you patrons get it first.
Yes, you can check it out. It'll only be on our YouTube channel after, but like I said, patrons will get it first, and then you can find it on our YouTube channel at Reality Recaps. It'll be in the BB Can playlist starting every Saturday, but you patrons will get it today on every Friday. Now, John, we did it different this
Yes.
season. We did things different this year. Normally, we do a cast assessment show where we really talk about the people. This year, I was like, I don't want to do that. Every year we do the cast assessment. We make all of these, assumptions about people. I call people serial killers. It gets me in trouble. Then the show premieres. And they're nothing like their exit, their premiere interviews and all that stuff was. So I'm over it. I'm like, I'm just gonna judge these people based on the episode this season. Where I'm going back to basics.
Well, I agree with you. A lot of times we are wrong by their bio videos, but I think Melina was kind of spot on. She talked in her bio video about how she just didn't like people very much, how really they annoyed her, things annoyed her, plate scraping, silverware, reminding me a lot of you with all of the annoying. I thought you guys would really hit it off, which is why I'm excited to see the video of or your interview of her.
Oh,
So
we hit
yeah.
it. We hit it off. Don't get me wrong. She's very lovely. As you guys will see, I think we saw it a little bit in tonight's in the last 2 episodes, or I'm calling the 2 episodes of the premiere. I feel like that was all one episode that they split over 2 nights. But we saw she was very much just like, I don't know if this was what I wanted to do. I'm not really a people person. It's a little bit much for me, and it is what it is, and yeah.
Yeah, that's the impression I got too. I don't know if she was probably the best candidate for this. I don't know if she had maybe seen a previous season of Big Brother Canada or any of the Big Brothers to go to sit there and think, this is a very social game, not just a physical competition. And you've got to make alliances. You've got to work the room. You got to be able to read the room. And I just wasn't seeing those skills from her. But I thought she was lovely and pretty. Like, yeah.
She was lovely. She was pretty. So, I mean, let's talk a little bit about, we know the first group of people in was Gino, JC, Lynn, Josh, and Summer. Did any of them stick out to you? Because I know who stuck out to me.
Well, I know Gino stuck out to you. And of course, you always go for the pretty ones that you can look at. But you know what? As I get a little older myself, I need some substance. So, yeah, Gino was nice. He's a firefighter. He saves lives. I could picture him pulling a little kitty out of a tree and posing for his TikTok or Instagram. But I don't know. I haven't seen a whole lot of depth with Gino yet. But, he may surprise me.
I feel like I could make a joke about playing with a hose now, but I won't. I want to say thanks to our amazing live feed updaters. For any of you that don't know, BB Live Updaters is our updater crew. Nurse Cheryl and Kat, Miss Jenny Talley, and maybe 420. They are bringing you guys what's going down on the live feeds all day long. Now, I gave them very specific instructions, John, and I said to them, I would like all shirtless Gino photos, as well as Josh, DM'd to me instantly, and they came through. Mm-hmm. They came through. Rachel in chat came through, sending me photos. I have our first official shirtless Gino photo from just like an hour or 2 ago, trotting around in his undies. I'm not kicking it out of bed. You can have all the substance you want. I'll take that. You can have substance. Go find someone to read a book with.
I do want to read to each other.
Yeah. Okay. You guys read to each other.
I'm sitting on my hands because I try not to move.
I'll count like all of his abs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can read. I'll count.
Definitely. You could wash your scarf on that in the river and get a clean on that. That's a good washboard. Absolutely. Yeah, and Josh is absolutely adorable. He's a doctor. His mom's going through medical school. His boyfriend's cute. Like, he's just super adorbs as well. I like Josh a lot too.
I saw Josh and heard his story, and I said, Hubs who? And John, I'm just saying, if we could come up with a plan to break him up with his lover so that I can just slide in there, I'm ready for a whole new life. Ready for a whole new life with my doctor husband, Josh.
Well, I think, we both could use a doctor in the family.
It's
The
true.
way our families' ailments are coming forward.
The way,
Yeah.
the way our families are going. Yeah, so I liked him. Who was in that first group as well who came in? Oh,
Yeah.
Summer was a little firecracker.
It was Josh. It was JC Lynn.
JC Lynn.
Mm-hmm. And they had that 4-person alliance. Didn't they make an alliance immediately? The honey bun, right?
Yeah, the honey boo boos, whatever. Yeah, you're the honey buns, all right.
The honey bunch. See, I want to dance. I try not to move.
The honey bunch, da 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 da. Yeah, I was like, whatever. I like Summer a lot though from the first group. Her and Gino, I would say, were probably my faves from the first group.
I would say Josh was my favorite. Yeah, I liked Gino too, but yeah, Josh was probably my number one from the first group.
The next 4, we have another one of our people. We got Jay moving in the second group. Now, clearly an out, I believe, identifies as gay man. There's a lot of they thems this season.
There's a lot of they thems. I don't know if he identifies as gay because
I forget.
There was a whole bunch of different things. I absolutely love Jay. Oh my gosh. If I was 30 years younger.
Oh, yes, Jay is your type? Wait.
I love the theater. I love the flamboyancy. I love the just out of the box attitude. I just think he is just adorable. He was definitely my favorite in that second group. Yes, I adore Jay.
Okay, I love that you love Jay. I do love him. I always feel we have to support, our people on this show. And I'm going to say I like Jay. I'm worried the fans are not going to like Jay. I feel like he has the possibility to get on people's nerves, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I like Jay. I am definitely a Jay fan. I think he's I hope he can keep the energy going all season, I guess is my point. Then we have our resident blonde, Stephanie.
Yeah.
I don't really ever learn. Then we have Kyle. Kyle, very controversial last season. People thought he was cast last season. He has a mental health podcast. Everybody, the fans, seem to really love Kyle.
I think Kyle is super cute. I think his smile is super cute. I love that he's got a podcast because, who doesn't love a podcast? And it's on mental health, which is, what we really have needed these last few years, especially in the pandemic. So, yeah. There's your substance. Yeah, cute with substance.
Tynesha?
I loved her. I think she's gorgeous. I love that she's not just a single mom, but she's, she's in her mid-30s, I believe, and she'd be the mama bear, but look at that mama bear. She's gorgeous. And I think, I like her. I see a lot of her personality coming out already, and I like that a lot.
She gave me a lot of the Ica vibes. Yeah.
Absolutely Ica vibes. Good call out.
I did get the Ica vibes. The next group we had Betty. Who,
Betty,
the little she's like a little nerdy, kind of, maybe. Betty, I feel like
little nerdy and fun. I think I would hire Betty and Moose to host my next birthday party. They would be amazing. Everybody would be having shots. Everybody would be dancing. Like, yeah, they're both the life of the party.
Now, did his parents really name him Moose, or is Moose the nickname? Because who would do
It's
that
got
to a child?
well, there's apples floating out there and all kinds of stuff and wolves and everything. So I don't know. I don't know what why not wolf and why moose, but I think it's a nickname. I think
It's got to be, yeah, yeah. It's
Right?
got to be it. It's got to be a nickname. I don't know. When you come in there and you are introducing yourself to me as Moose, I already am not taking you seriously. Now, I don't know if that's my own ignorance. Probably is, but I just can't take you seriously. Now, he's living up to what I think someone whose name was Moose would be. So far, my stereotyping is working for me. It's very moosey.
No, and like the bio, yeah, like the bio videos. Yeah, he's living up to that. Melina lived up to hers. I think Tynesha's living up to hers. Summer's living up to hers. I don't think Gino is too much. He seems kind of a little set back and quiet and kind of scoping things out a little bit. Stephanie, not she a little, when they were doing the lakes and the oceans and stuff with Moose, she couldn't really understand where the Pacific Ocean was.
I want the blonde
Moose
to.
was the one. Moose was the one answering correctly.
Yeah. And this season, I want to not fight with the archetype blonde casting choice, so I'm not going to say anything bad about Stephanie. I think she looks beautiful.
I didn't say anything. I said what I saw on the episode.
Yeah, that's what you did. Now, what about Helena? I very much liked Helena.
I like Helena as well because she seems very genuine. You can she doesn't have a lot of kind of walls up. You can kind of read her, which is nice. Especially when she broke the champagne glass like the first day, and she was very funny in that kind of kitchen storage Wendy's area. And so talking to herself, get it together. We've all done that. So yeah, I really like Helena as well.
Now, you know who the fans don't like, and that would be Kevin. Oh, Kevin.
See, I like
You like Kevin? Is it because you want to be difficult and you want people to fight with you?
No, he's a software, isn't he? A software engineer.
Yeah.
Got some money, makes a good job, super smart. I love that he got all that information from Melina and went, I don't know you, and is playing the game. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad he's still there. I think he's kooky. How come people don't like him?
I think people are being triggered and remembering Scotty or Scott from Big Brother OTT. But he is very villainous. He is very, looks like his spirit animal would be a weasel or a rat. But I mean, I like what you're saying. He got the information, and I mean, we'll talk more about it. And was like, I don't know you. So, yeah, I'm going to save my game.
Exactly, and he did.
And he did. What about Marty, the resident old, the cast old person for this season, our little Marty? He reminds me of Adam Pock.
How you doing? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, there's something seriously wrong with you.
That's French accent and that dad bod.
So you want that and not this?
And that only lasts for so long, but yeah, the other one was great.
But
Marty.
By the way, that mine is gonna last a lot longer.
Yours is a firefighter. I don't know about that.
Oh boy. You know I like them dumb and hot. Yeah, I think Marty is gonna be interesting. I can't wait to
Mhm.
see how he maneuvers through this game.
No, and he's been staying low key, which is really good because we didn't see a whole lot on the episode. So yeah, it's smart. Don't stick out there unless you have to. So yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see what he does and how he plays.
And then there is Jess, who prefers to be called they, not she, they, them. And Jess is something.
Listen, I loved her bio video. I thought it was hilarious. I loved her swinging on the tree, saying, I'm not good at physical comps. Like, I was cracking up the whole time in her bio video. And I love the animals. My gosh, it's a lot of detail as far as her being an artist and stuff. But yeah, and she's a super fan. Like she's reading blogs, she's watching the episodes, the live feeds, all of that stuff. But yeah, I got some comments on this premiere episode of
Were
not so great moves.
I was gonna say, were the comments that I literally just told you that Jess prefers they, them, and you called her she 10 times in a row right there. You went on a
I
she marathon.
I thought she said I prefer they and she.
Oh, did she? I thought she said they, them. Well, see, I'm saying I thought she said. It
No,
is very hard.
Jay is they them. Jess is they and she. Right?
Okay, then I'm going to stand corrected. I'm going to
I,
stand. Okay, I don't even know what's happening. The library is now closed. John is a font of Big Brother Canada knowledge on this show, and I don't know what world we're living in. Yes, I do. My mom was yelling at me not to paint the living room red with question marks while the premiere was airing. You could have all seen that live if you were watching with us. Okay, so Jess prefers she, they. Okay, that is good to know. I think that Jess is like that person you can't stand to be around.
I disagree. I thought, you know what? If I was in the house, she would be the one I would gravitate towards and talk to probably the most. I love how she communicates. I love how clear and direct she is. But sometimes it doesn't work in your favor, which is what we saw this first premiere, these first two premiere episodes. So
I see people like Dr. Who in the chat saying she constantly is interrupting people, talking over them on the live feeds, not letting people get a word in. Yeah, she seems very abrasive to me, but I feel like I have to be careful when I say that. I don't, you know the women do anything in the game of Big Brother and they're automatically bitches or playing too hard and it's okay when the guys get it. So I don't really want to label her anything that much, just to say I can see why people are getting annoyed with her, and I hope she kind of relaxes a little bit more. Her intro video made her seem so fun. Like, I like doing things and podcast and watching.
yeah.
And then she got into the house and it was just very like.
I think getting nominated first and whatever Herman's thing was, as far as her being a big threat, which, he's just going to say it to say it, I think just kind of sent her in overdrive. And so, she needs to step back and relax a little bit. We saw a little, before the noms when she was talking to Moose and just that kind of weird interaction that they had. And Moose just kind of, gave her a 1-2. And I'm like, oh, she needs to calm down. Like, I know what she was saying, but you have to be a chameleon and
Yeah.
know who you're speaking to and be able to read the room better. And I think she was okay at doing that. But after getting nominated, after having to fight for the POV, it just sent that part of her kind of personality into overdrive. And I think that's what we're seeing on the live feeds with interrupting people. She's just trying to read and get a clear message and look in their eyes because she needs to know who to trust. This has made her overly play the game, which is bad at this point.
I don't know what John this is that we all have right now, but I just want to say I like him and I hope he sticks around.
You know what it is? I have to sit still, so I have nothing else to do.
It's like, is all your energy coming out as informative facts about the season and players?
I did pee before the show, but you're going to make me pee again.
Hey, I just like it. Apparently, the mountain air does good for you. Apparently, we need more mountain air. Chad is like, is it the altitude? What's going on over there?
No.
You what? What'd you say?
I said maybe the altitude's making me smarter. I don't know.
It is. I think the altitude is definitely making
my brain.
Yes. Lastly, who is in there? Oh, Herman, used car salesman. I don't know. I don't trust used car salesmen. I don't trust car salesmen.
Listen, it's 2014. You go in a dealership and buy a car. You just look up Kelley Blue Book on your phone. There's no haggling and all that stuff that you did like 20 years ago. As far as Herman, I like him. You know, his mom was a single mom. He grew up in, you know, low income housing, and he's a general manager of a car dealership. So he's done well for himself. I love his energy. I love that he is paying it forward with his mom. When he gave her the car and she kind of hugged him at the waist side, was adorable. And yeah, I think, I think he's so far doing pretty good. I think he needed to really, well, we can talk about it later as far as the conversations he's had with the other house guests, but he could have done those a little bit differently to kind of keep some of the target off of his back.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely did need to do that. I like that the season started off with everyone getting gifts. Like, you get a gift, and you get a gift, and here's a gift, and everyone go get your gift bags.
I'm telling you, the sponsors of Big Brother Canada are amazing, you know? I mean, and I don't know, because, you know, I'm watching it through, you know, their website. I got my own VPN that I rented for a few months, and I'm watching it. And, you know, I don't know if you've seen the winter commercials, but they're kind of funny. I mean, they're really good. It makes it almost look like a TV series, and then it's like, oh no, it's closed.
Yeah, it's closed.
Sorry.
It's closed. It's adorable clothes. Yeah, I like that. I like the whole arc of what this season kind of looks like it's going to be. I mean, we saw Arissa tell us right off the bat, and I also have to say shout out to Arissa for looking amazing in the premiere. But she told us right off the bat, this is a season for fans. We are going to be bringing you comps which pay an homage to previous seasons, previous events. This is the shit we've been asking for our Big Brother to do. You're giving us all-stars, give us old comps, give us house decor that makes us remember our favorite moments, like do stuff. Big Brother could never do what Big Brother Canada does as far as fans, and I think a lot of that goes to Arissa. She is a real fan of the show and now a producer, and she makes sure to include that stuff that fans love in the shows, and I love that she does that.
Listen, any comp that you can bring back with a thrusting torso, I'm in.
Any comp that you can bring back with a thrusting torso that also puts my Gino in purple spandex, I say yes, please.
That was pretty incredible. I agree with JC Lynn. Like,
Hmm.
where are we again? What are we
Yeah,
watching?
she's like, where are we? What are we doing? What are
That
we watching? What's going on? What?
I you, especially the laying down, and he had the just smooth motion that he was. Yeah, it was that was good.
Oh yeah,
That was,
I never wanted to be a balloon more.
I would put the book down. I'd stop reading.
Oh, finally, we figured out what it would take. We figured out what it would take to get rid of the balloon. So yeah, I think, I like it. I like that she's doing stuff like this. I like when we have a first competition, the HOH comp, the Doors of Destinies, that features these different kind of sections. Again, another thing our Big Brother could take a lesson from. We don't need to watch groups of 4 people do the same competition over and over for an hour.
Right.
Big Brother Canada is like, oh no, we're going to give you different competitions. It's like, thank you, Big Brother Canada. Oh, how we appreciate that.
No, I really, really like that. Yeah, and I even when I started covering this with you years ago, I was just like, what a huge difference the Big Brother Canada house just in general is as far as technology and everything. Like, what's going on, US?
I don't get it. I don't get it, but I'm here, and we're here in a new Big Brother season. I loved that the coffee table has all of their names on it.
It's like the Wheel of Fortune, right? With all their names on it. I was really hoping it was gonna spin, or that's how we were gonna do the noms. I was
I
really
thought
hoping.
so too. I did too. I thought that that was how somehow they were going to do the noms. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know, the wheel would light up or something. I don't know. I agree with you. Because they made that first HOH comp that was very Price is Right. I feel like it
yeah.
has like a game show feel to all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Little Big Red in chat says BB Can evolves, BBUS dissolves.
Ooh.
Oh, she's cutting deep. She's cutting deep.
Ooh.
Okay, now, what do you think? This was something that we kind of talked about a little bit. What did you think about the phone ringing? We showed the teaser when we were doing our Celebrity Big Brother US shows last week. We saw that phone room. The phone rings. Jay is going running to it. He's the first one down there. He gets safety. Is this a smart decision or not?
I don't know how I feel about the phone yet. Was I happy that my sweet little Jay got safety? Absolutely. Because I want more. I want more, more, more of Jay. But I really thought he was going to be maybe the host of the HOA competition. And then when he wasn't, I'm like, oh, I don't really know what the purpose of the phone is yet. I don't know if they're just going to randomly telemarket call the house and
Hmm.
say, hey, whoever gets it, say, you're safe and you're safe and you're safe. I hope that's not it. I hope there's other things that the phone is going to do. But I wasn't. I was excited for Jay, but then I was like, womp womp. Is that it? That's all there is to a phone call in the BB Can house. So
Yeah, I mean, I personally would not have gone for the phone on day one. Be- on day one, when I don't know, I mean, look, every season of Big Brother, you have to adapt to the way the cast is. Is it going to be a cast that values gameplay? Is it going to be a cast that values a social game? Is it going to be a cast that will see you as a target if you win a prize? You have to assess the cast you're playing with first. So I don't know that I would have went for the phone. Now, I think in any Big Brother season, the smartest thing you can do is weaponize the power in your favor. So I would have let someone else go to the phone, but then that person is going to become a new best friend. so that hopefully they don't use the power on me or that the power benefits me in some way. I feel like that's how I would have played the phone call.
Well, I get that, but then we just don't really know what it is, right? So I would run to it and I would want to discover what it is. And now that, okay, you can get safety by this phone. Now, if I happen to be by the phone again when it rings, I may let someone else that maybe I haven't spoken to about game too much to say, hey, come over here. I'll let you get the phone. But, you know, remember
Right.
this type of thing, because now people know you can get safety from it. What else can you get from it? You know, who
Right.
knows? There could be cash, there could be trips. We don't know, but I
It
would
seemed
probably do that the next time.
Yeah, it seems very game showish this season with the, giving out the
Mhm.
prizes and stuff at the end. Like, I wonder what more they're gonna do for that. Well, in the HOH, we
Ooh.
saw that it came down to a boys' club. It came down to Herman, Josh, and Moose. I was kind of like, as much as I love me some Josh, I don't want another Pretty Boy season. I don't want another season of the guys running the house and picking off the girls. As much as I love me some Gino and Josh, I don't need it. I don't want it.
I mean, it's the first one, so I didn't really care.
I agree.
I love Rodney Carlson's comment in the YouTube chat. The phone will be like Pandora's box. And I think that would be a really good twist. You can get safety. You could be a third nom on the block. We don't know. That would be crazy if that's what the phone was. Like, no one would really want to answer. I don't know if it turns out to be a Pandora box, but that would be a very interesting twist. And as far as the guys club, yeah, I don't right now, I mean, I didn't know how tight Moose was going to be with the guys, but now that I do, because he was one of the three. So having them in the HOH room with Herman talking about the nominees, like, already there's an alliance. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what I found interesting about Herman, obviously, who we know won the HOH, was he was very much like, I didn't want to win this HOH, and oh, it's too early, and da. What is wrong with these new Big Brother players? You want to win the first HOH if you are not aware. It literally forces everyone to come to you, everyone to make a deal with you, everyone to throw an alliance in your face. You literally have the ability to say, I don't know you. This isn't personal. Yes, I'm getting blood on my hands, but I can legitimately say I messed up. I didn't know you. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Let's work together going forward. There's no downside to, not winning the first HOH. Most people nowadays that win first HOH, as long as you're not like a Frenchie, you will go far in the game. You just can't be like a paranoid player. But most
Well,
players, you get a lot of power from it.
you do, and I think that when you're in it and you don't really know, and you're still assessing your roommates, your castmates,
Mm-hmm.
that you don't want to win it because you're still in that assessing mode. But I think Herman recovered quickly and said, you know what, this is a good thing. I can set the tone for the season. People are going to come talk to me, which is what they did. So I'm glad that he kind of switched gears and went, you know what, this is actually a good thing. And, of course, people started talking to him, including Jess.
Including Jess, who he did not get a good vibe from. And then, as we saw after the nominations, because of course he put Jess and Melina on the block, then after nominations, Jess is like, "What's up, bro? Why'd you do that? Why are you putting such a target on me? Why are you saying it's all me and I'm a gamer?" And he was just like, "I don't know, you are. This is the
Well,
great number 2 car salesman in Canada."
well, here's the thing. Like, I know that he's used to a sales pitch, which you kind
Yeah.
of need to do. You could be a nominee on the block, and Jess is not much of a sales pitcher. So, when someone asks you, who are you thinking about? And she's just so direct and honest and says, it's basically your HOH. You should do what you want. I would have answered that differently. I would have said, I don't know what, if Herman would have asked me, I would have said, gosh, that's a really good question. I'm seeing people starting to form stuff as far as alliances. And I would just kind of BS my way through it. I wouldn't just be like, it's your HOH. You should do what you want. Anything else you want to ask me?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Not a good gameplay. And that's just like, it sets a tone with him going, ooh, this person's going to be in your face direct. This could be bad competition for me. And, a threat. So I get why he said what he said to her.
Direct is a bad way to play Big Brother. Again, it's a game of lying and manipulating. You don't want to work with people that are going to be direct, blunt, and not care, and like that is going to be bad. But he was just as bad. He did zero. I mean, from what we saw, now don't get me wrong, this edit flew through the nomination, POV, right to eviction, we flew through these things in a second. We really don't know what happened or how much was really involved in these conversations, but I was disappointed in what they showed. I was like, you are doing no damage control with Jess. God forbid she wins POV, which, as we saw, she did. And now you're still not doing enough damage control with her. But I mean, again, on the edit, we didn't have live feeds then, so we don't really know.
And we didn't. And, I really commended Jess for coming back to him after the nominations, asking why you nominated me. You need to be, like a sleeping lion, and, you're going to be more scarier and get more done if you sleep 20 hours a day. And I don't know if Herman really understood what she was saying. I did. I thought it was hilarious. But they still weren't connecting. And I think Herman lost a really big opportunity to connect and be like, you know what? You're really not my target. And if Melina would have came to me, I would have said, Melina, you're just not my target. You're the pawn. You know what I mean? Like, I would play the game. I would tell Jess what she wanted to shut her up and get her off my back because she's super direct. And if I can get her off my back, then hopefully, if she doesn't go home, well, then she was a pawn. And there was no hard feelings. Like, he needed to play that a little better.
They all did. They all needed to play it better. Exactly what you said about Jess. If I was her, I would have, done the, I honestly haven't thought about it yet, but, like, I'm here to support you. You tell me what you need. I'll be a vote for you. You don't have to worry about me flipping on you or anything. Like, I'm going to be in your corner. I'm going to support you. I would have, flipped it around like that on him a little bit.
Well, my favorite conversation was the one with Melina, where it was just like, and then I was thinking about you and your interview with her, and that was you kind of talking to her and trying to ask questions and where you at in your thoughts about the house.
Go ahead, ask me a question.
Okay, I'm you.
Yeah, I'll be Melina. Yeah.
Hey, Melina. So what was one of your biggest takeaways that you had being in the house?
I took my clothes with me.
Oh, that's great. Wonderful.
Yeah.
And and would you do it again? Would you do the show again?
Probably not. Do you have any more questions?
Who are you going to keep in touch with in the house?
I don't know.
It's been great talking to you.
Okay, bye. Oh, by the way, I did not learn anything. I also, you might have been wondering if I learned anything about myself. I didn't. Okay, I'm going to go now. Bye.
Where's the Pacific Ocean? No, I was kidding. Yeah.
Whatever. We saw Jess win that POV. By the way, I like him dumb and hot. And I don't know if Gino's so dumb, because he was right on Jess's tail to win that POV.
Oh, he was. I mean, Melina got all the green balls first, and she was the
Yeah.
first one to start her puzzle. I was like, and by the time I'm seeing it, which is the next day, of course, I'm following you and everyone. I already know who was voted out. But as I'm watching it, knowing who's already been voted out, I'm like, well, she won. She was doing really well. So to me, it was exciting to be like, how did she
Mess this up.
screw up yeah, how'd she mess that up? And so, but man, boy, when Jess figured out it was that dollar sign in the veto, yeah, she just blew right through it. But Gino was right behind her. I give him that. Yeah, I will give him the thrusting and the visual, definitely, and you know, um, the smarts. Yeah, I'm starting to get to know him a little bit.
Yes, he was great.
Yeah,
I
this is
was
a lot.
here and I loved all of it. I loved all that. Of course, Jess ends up using the POV on herself. We saw a moment where Herman was considering putting up Gino thanks to Moose, and I went, I swear to God, if I lose my eye candy again on episode 1, this happens almost every season lately. It's like a new curse. Because don't get me wrong, if Gino was on that block, those people would have been stupid not to get rid of him. But I lost my Mark thanks to Karen. I'm still not over it. I lost my Michael Studley. I mean, don't you dare take away Gino. God.
No, I think Gino's going to last a little longer. I think he's got the physicalness for the physical comps. I think he's smart. My brother-in-law studied to be a firefighter and all of that. That's a lot of hard work. You have to be pretty smart to pass all those tests and do all of that and physical. So honestly, I think Gino is a huge physical threat. And unfortunately, I think everyone knows that. Did he say in the beginning that he was a firefighter to everybody? I can't remember. I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either. I don't, I'm not 100%
Mm,
sure. I don't think that he did. So
yeah.
no, I'm gonna go with I don't think that he did. Um, we saw Kevin end up being the replacement. And at first, we thought we were going to like Kevin. Melina went, confided in Kevin. Hey, I probably don't know if I should tell you this. Cut to Kevin's DR. He's all super nice on the show, like, la la la, I'm Kevin. And then we go to his DR, and he's like, I'm going to murder you. I'm going to rip your throat out, and I'm going to wear your teeth as a necklace. I was just like, what? I was like, oh, I don't know if you should be
Uh,
the villain.
I was like, yay. Well, you don't owe her anything. We're playing the game. Use everything she just told you. And you know what? Melina was smart. She isn't a very social person, doesn't like people, but her reading of the house was pretty accurate. Unfortunately, she told her person that she's up on the block with, and then literally said, and I'm not going to use that to campaign against you. And I was like, great, another honest big brother. Boo. So I was glad to say, you know what, Kevin and his DR, I don't owe her anything. I'm playing the game. Play the game, Kev. I love it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I am not really that big of a Kevin fan. It's weird. I don't know why, because normally I'm very defensive of an Andy Herron game, which is also, kind of a Kevin game of using this information, running around the house, playing all sides. But I kind of think it's going to blow up in his face. I think it is going to blow up in his face. I think it's going to blow up in his face, is what I think.
Well,
Kind of,
I think, as everybody's voting, you kind of see where people are sitting, right? As far as in the house and who they're sitting with.
yeah. You know what I don't like? How we're all doing this. The ice in my veins. That, like, no. Mm-mm. I'm not a fan
What?
of it when they're all
What are you
voting. It's like Josh. It's like Kyle doing it. Gino was doing it. So many of them were doing it, and I was just like, this isn't TikTok. It's not TikTok.
Are you talking about their arms crossed? I don't understand what you're
No,
saying.
it's the pose that all the kids do, meaning
Oh,
like ice in my veins, cold-hearted. It means a lot of different things. I'm gonna go with ice in my veins, cold-blooded.
uh, you kids crack me
You
up with all
crazy
your
kids.
hand crazy kids.
I was just like, oh, are you gonna make it be an alliance signal? Like a lot of people were saying it's an alliance signal. Little Big Red said I thought it was a gang sign. Oh my god. No, it means like ice. It's like I believe it started on TikTok. Where you can see some of my Big Brother mashups from last season. I made a towel wrap around Ty's penis. I won't be doing that again. But yeah, I'm glad they don't have the TikTok wall. I'm glad they don't have the TikTok wall this season. I'm glad we steered a little bit away from TikTok this season on the BB Can. I want it to lean more into past seasons. I think I saw Lost in the chat earlier say it would be great if the phone call let them choose if they wanted to get advice from a previous house guest.
Ooh.
Which I think things like that could be fun. Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of where we left off in what we saw on the show. I didn't really want to say any spoiler things or anything until I kind of gave the disclaimer that I'm going to give now. Which is, it's a Big Brother Canada season. Big Brother happens in real time. As we said, we have our live feed updaters at BB Live Updaters on Twitter, updating 24/7. We try and put spoilers at the end of the show. But again, it's Big Brother season. It's all happening in real time. Things might slip out or not slip out. So be careful when you watch our shows going forward because of that. But that being said, yes, now it is their alliance symbol. There is a 5-person alliance, which I know they've added 2 more people to. Now it is a 7-person alliance, and that is their that's their like alliance symbol or their alliance sign, number 1. And number 2, we know who the new HOH is already. And I'm kind of excited about it. Do you know who it is?
Is it Jay?
It's even better.
It's Kevin?
It's even better for you.
It's Jess?
Nope.
Even better than that, it's Marty.
Yes, it's your lover.
Yay!
It's your lover.
Right here.
Great. Marty is the new HOH as of the moment. Oh, and yes, and that alliance is an all men's alliance. So let's see how that
The 7?
goes. Yep. It'll be interesting. It'll be, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. God, that would be my dream. I just want to like be in the house filled with, all men. Oh, I'm sorry. Men are 5 of it. Men are 5, and then they brought 2 women in. So the men are the core, 5 of them, and they brought 2 of the women in. I'm getting the latest up-to-date information from the live feed updaters.
And the women are Stephanie and JC Lynn.
The women are Stephanie and JC Lynn, correct. Go figure.
That.
Go. What do those ladies have in common that would make the men want to work with them? Let's think. I wonder what it could be.
I don't know. Nothing's coming up.
Nothing's coming up now. Did production tell them they had to add more women to it? I don't think so. I don't think production makes them do anything. Now, John, now Destiny in chat is saying that we're wrong. That whoever told you that in your YouTube chat is wrong, that it is Summer and Taisha that are the two women who have been added. This is all information that's happening in real time, so perhaps it's possible that nobody knows who they really are at the moment.
No, and I was guessing. Nobody said that, so I was the one that.
Oh, I thought you said that someone said it. Sorry.
No, me looking at my clipboard of faces.
Oh, I got you.
Saw that, I think JC Lynn has a thing for Gino, and Gino's most likely alliance. I know Stephanie and Moose have hit it off, and so I know Moose is in the alliance. So that's where I got those names from.
Well, I cannot wait to see what a Marty HOH looks like. I love an old player, or an older player. This is generally an older cast across the board, but I always like seeing what an older player will do in this game. So I can't wait to see what moves and stuff he does.
Yeah. No,
I love it. So, again, you guys know the deal. John and I will be live the day after the episode around this same exact time, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Of course, we'll have exit interviews for you guys on Fridays for the patrons and Saturdays for everybody else. And then I am live every single day talking Big Brother. We can call them live feed update shows, and of course I'm twitching every single night. So I'm always live, providing you guys with some sort of content that we hope you are enjoying. You're allowed to move.
Okay, hi.
Make sure that wherever you guys are watching the shows that you follow, like, and subscribe. Of course, that and sharing are great ways to help support our shows. Follow John at Comedy Jonah on all of your favorite socials. Follow me and both of us at Reality Recaps everywhere. And any final thoughts, John?
No, I love this cast. I think it's going to be a great season. I'm super excited that we're covering it.
I am as well. So patrons, you can check out the patron group in a little bit. The interview will be over there. Everyone else, check back here tomorrow, Saturday. It'll be on our YouTube channel. We will see you guys all on the next show, which for me will be later tonight, and then on Twitch later after that. Bye for now, everybody. Bye, friends.